Now at this time, we will have Ivy Hewitt, Bradley Kemp, and Jonathan Kemp from the Strom Thurmond FFA chapter for a talent performance. In South Carolina FFA, we have some chapters who go above and beyond to demonstrate selfless service in their communities. They transform lives by living out the last line of the FFA motto, living to serve. We would like to recognize these chapters for their achievements in the areas of growing leaders, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. They will be receiving National Chapter Awards. We will start by awarding the superior chapters because they have provided their members with chances to make a positive impact in their community. Mr. Secretary, please introduce the chapters that have attained a superior ranking.
Abbeville. Anderson 1 and 2. Andrew Jackson. Battery Creek. Blue Ridge. Carolina Forest. Cheraw. Chester County CC. Chesterfield. Clinton. Clover. Carlton. Conway. Crescent. East Clarendon. Fort Mill. Indian Land. Lakeview. Lawrence. Lee County CTC. Lexington ATC. Loris. Marlborough County. Newberry CC. Why are the two? Pendleton. Ridge Spring Minetta. Sockasty. Swansea. W.J. Keenan. Ware Shoals. York. Midland Valley. Congratulations to our Superior chapters.
A committee met in order to evaluate the following applications and determine our bronze, silver, and gold emblem chapters. Please read the name of this year's bronze emblem chapters.
Ashley Ridge. Darlington CIT. Gilbert. Green C. Floyd's. Walhalla. Congratulations to our bronze emblem chapters.
Joey, please read the names of our silver emblem chapters.
ATEC, Kershaw County. Aner. Batesburg, Leesville. Belton, Honeypath. Lakewood. R.D. Anderson. Strom Thurman. Congratulations to our silver emblem chapters.
As we introduce our gold emblem chapters, would the advisor and a member come forward and remain on stage? Mr. Secretary, please read the list of our gold emblem chapters.
Buford. Calhoun Falls. Crestwood. Dixie. Lexington, Richland 5. Manning. Nation Ford. Pickens County, CTC. Seneca. Congratulations to our gold emblem chapters.
Each of the 9 chapters represented on stage will have their applications forwarded to the National FFA organization for competition this summer. At this time, a governor's citation will be presented to this year's top 3 chapters who have an emphasis in outstanding aptitude for one of the following areas: growing leaders, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. Each of the winners will receive a $1,000 check for their chapter, courtesy of the South Carolina Rural Rehabilitation Cooperation. Joining me on stage is Mr. Wesley Harris, Secretary-Treasurer of the South Carolina Rural Rehabilitation Corporation, Mr. Larry Rogers, Farm Loan Specialist, USDA Farm Service Agency, and Mr. William Stanley, South Carolina Rural Rehabilitation Corporation President.
Certainly on behalf of the South Carolina Rural Rehabilitation Board of Directors, we want to express our appreciation for having a part in this FFA convention, for being a part of this wonderful group of people. For 23 years now, we have contributed 3 $1,000 checks to each of the 3 chapter winners. And certainly we'll continue to support that in the future. Up here on this stage with me, and he was just introduced by Wesley Harris, our Secretary-Treasurer, but South Carolina Rural Rehabilitation is a nonprofit corporation. We make loans, farm real estate loans to farmers. The thing that makes us a little different is we contribute a portion of our profits to organizations such as the FFA here. Earlier today, we delivered a check to the 4-H office here at Clemson for that work. And in addition to that, we contribute scholarships to Clemson for agriculture students from South Carolina farm families. To date, we've given them in excess of $2.5 million. We think we've had a big impact. And the only thing I'd say is to many of you that will be coming to Clemson for long now, would it be I'd encourage you and urge you to seek out one of these scholarships, because I'm sure it might not matter to you, but it'll make a lot of difference to your parents. It's also a privilege for us to be on the stage up here with Larry Rogers with FSA, and at this time I'm going to recognize him.
Thank you, Bill. What a pleasure to be in Clemson. This, folks, is where I want to be. This is the 37th consecutive year in attendance. What an outstanding organization. More than 7,500 chapters, more than 500,000 members, and still growing. Folks, that is impressive. Very briefly, I work with the Farm Service Agency. We extend direct and guarantee loans and serve as a safety net for farmers. Our outstanding loans total more than $350 million and serve more than 1,500 farmers in South Carolina. We extended last year $140 million in new monies to farmers, and the other side of our program, the farm programs, add another $100 million in the form of farm program and disaster and conservation payments. This is close to $500 million that goes to the farmers in South Carolina, and most of that money stays in this state. Briefly, I want to mention our youth loans. Some of you presently have youth loans. Back there at the booth, we had one set up there at the end of the doors, and a young lady came by and pointed out that one of the pictures were her beef cattle, and that was a pleasure seeing her, because it was the first time I had met her. Maximum loan is $5,000 to finance any ag-related project. Age criteria is between 10 and 21, must be a project advisor, such as FFA advisor. Some examples would be a small cow, calf, feeder pigs, or steers, small row crops, or any ag-related project that can help you, of course, make some money. You'll learn something about record keeping and management of a business, purchasing inputs, developing production and marketing skills, and learn how to run a business. Your FFA advisor can advise you as to the details, and if you desire, we would be more than happy to come by to further discuss our youth loan programs. As I mentioned, we do have a booth in the lobby out there. Brochures about our youth loans are available and about our program. Bob Parrish will be there tomorrow starting at 12:30, and he'll be there until the end of your convention on Friday. He can talk to you about loans. He can talk to you about potential future jobs with the USDA and Farm Service Agency. And if you want good conversation, Bob Parrish can flat give you that. Okay, the most important part, and that is to recognize the 3 chapters as having the greatest accomplishments in categories of growing leaders, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. These accomplishments represent the highest honor in FFA and is the standard for all chapters. I'll first announce the winning chapter in each category, make a few comments, and they will be brief because these chapters do so many different things. And next, Bill Stanley and Wes Harris with the Rural Rehabilitation Corporation will present the cash award and, of course, the Governor citation. In the category of growing leaders, the winning chapter, Nation Forward. Nation Forward's membership totals 20% of the student body. Three main activities were Uniting All, Ag Promise, Our Promise, and the Florida Way. Oftentimes, students in special populations are segregated from the student body. One of Nation Forward's main goals was to recruit 10% of the student body to integrate the entire student body regardless of their capabilities. The goal was exceeded. 26% of the student body joined Club Unity. Additional leadership training and personal growth was attained by participating in the Ag Promise Conference. Goals were exceeded in this activity in that the chapter interacted with 9 professionals in the agricultural industry and met with staff members of Senators Tim Scott and Richard Shelby to discuss agriculture as a science. Members now have a clear image of what is necessary to achieve their ag leadership goals. Nation Forward also attended the 2016 Institute in Tampa, Florida. Members were exposed to ag practices unlike South Carolina and met and communicated with career professionals. Congratulations to Nation Forward and their advisor. All right, next, in the category of building communities, the winning chapter, Lexington Richland 5. The three main activity areas were Relay for Life Bingo, FFA Awards Banquet, and a Community Appreciation Breakfast. Lexington Richland 5 partnered with local Relay for Life to assist in hosting a cancer bingo night. More than 55 cancer survivors and family members attended. Members learned the importance of helping others and associating with cancer survivors and their families. The FFA Awards Banquet recognized outstanding student accomplishments outside the classroom. The banquet was very successful with 45% of the membership in attendance and provided the chapter the opportunity to show off their achievements to parents and the community. 5 students received scholarship. The Community Appreciation Breakfast was to honor teachers, administrators, district staffs, and many county supporters. More than 40 were in attendance. A video of the chapter accomplishments and activities was enjoyed by all. Congratulations to Lexington 5 and their advisors, Sam Aspill, Kevin Sock, and Jessica Jones. In the category of strengthening agriculture, the winning chapter, Seneca. The three main activities were Chattooga Bell Farm to Table Dinner, Seneca Middle School recruitment, Ag Days at the Fair, elementary school tours. FFA members were the servers for the Farm to Table Dinner at the Chattooga event for 215 agricultural advocates, local farmers, local legislators, and agribusiness owners. The purpose of the activity was to promote agriculture and FFA through interaction with guests. A $500 scholarship was presented to each senior member. In chapter recruitment, senior FFA members met with the ag teachers, and during the end of the March registration, presented the recruitment message. 78 rising freshmen signed up to take agriculture, science, and technology this fall. During the South Carolina Foothills Fair, FFA chapters from Seneca and West Oak, local farm management businesses, and others combined to educate elementary students through hands-on activities related to agriculture, such as livestock production, composting, beekeeping, plant propagation, to name a few. More than 1,100 elementary students gained knowledge in 18 ag-related topics. Congratulations again to Seneca and their advisor, Christina Addis. President Austin, this concludes this portion.
All right, we all stand right here for me for a minute. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us at the first general session of the 90th Annual South Carolina State Convention. We would like to thank you for your continued support of FFA and agriculture in this great state. Please accept these gifts on behalf of the association.
Thank you.
The National FFA organization awards over $2.5 million in scholarships each year. Scholarships are sponsored by businesses and individuals through the National FFA Foundation and are given for a wide variety of experiences, career goals, and higher education plans. The selection process is based on an online application and takes into account FFA involvement, work experiences, SAE, community service, leadership skills, and academics. This year, 7 South Carolina FFA members received scholarships totaling $16,500. As Joey announces the name of our National FFA scholarship recipients, we would like for our National FFA Southern Region Vice President Deshaun Blanding to assist with the awards.
Matthew Bonnet, Lexington Richland 5. Emily Cleveman, Strom Thurman. Avery Hatcher, Lakeview. Misty Henderson, Strom Thurman. Caroline Johnson, Lexington Technology Center. Brandon Pugh, Strom Thurman. Maria Swigert, Batesburg, Leesville. I don't announce you. I'm sorry.
You tried to tell me how to pronounce it as I'm saying it.
The Batesburg-Leesville FFA chapter has hosted a statewide FFA pageant for young ladies who are a member of the organization. The contestants are judged not only on their beauty, poise, and attire, but also their knowledge of FFA, SAE, and their contributions to agriculture. For their efforts, the winner of this competition is awarded a $500 scholarship courtesy of Ag South Farm Credit. The 2017 Miss FFA is Carolyn Barrett from the Strom Thurman chapter. For many years, the Pendleton FFA chapter has hosted the Mr. FFA Scholarship Competition, open to all males in the South Carolina FFA. The competition is based on an FFA member's involvement in their chapter, community, and their SAE, along with their overall leadership abilities. The Pendleton Farmer Society provides the $500 scholarship. Your 2017 Mr. FFA is Philip Rhodes of the Calhoun Falls FFA chapter. At this time, I would like to welcome to the stage Mr. Mike Watkins, Executive Director of the South Carolina Fertilizer and Agrochemicals Association, to present the Hilton V. Rogers Scholarships.
Thank you, and it's indeed a pleasure to be here and to represent the South Carolina Fertilizer and Ag Chem Association. We're a nonprofit organization, and we promote and encourage the safe use of chemicals and all other agricultural products. We award three $3,000 scholarships each year. Tonight, it's my pleasure to present the Hilton Rogers Scholarship. This award is presented this year to Marley Long she's from Newberry, but she attended Mid-Carolina.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Watkins, thank you for everything you do to support the FFA. As a token of our appreciation, please accept this gift on behalf of the South Carolina FFA.
Thank you.
I would now like to call upon Mr. Tim Kelly, the State Young Farmer President, to the podium to present the South Carolina Young Farmer and Agribusiness Association Scholarships.
That's right. I better hear that Crescent crowd over there hollering real loud out there. I got a bone to pick with you if you don't. It's a great joy to be here today to represent the South Carolina Young Farmer and Agribusinessmen's Association. We are production agriculture in your state. We are the farmers. We're the cattle farmers. We're the swine farmers. We're the poultry farmers, the row croppers. We represent who puts food on the table in South Carolina. And we also represent continuing adult ag education. With that being said, all of you seniors out there, we got a special program for y'all to become members of the Young Farmers. See your advisors about it. I'd love to see all the seniors in this group have your name on there and be members of the Young Farmers. The rest of you who are not seniors yet, not a problem. Come on out to the meetings anyway. We would love to have you. There's not a group in this state that would turn you back. They'll offer you a meal and come on in and listen to see what the old folks are talking about, we call it. We'd love to have you there, though, to see what you're doing in school, see what you're doing in your chapters. It's great to have the young folks come out and meet with us. With that being said, hit up your ag teachers, your advisors, see how you can become a part of us. We would love to have you. It's an honor to get to come out here tonight representing the state of South Carolina, Young Farmers, and the Crescent chapter, to give away some scholarships. This is the best part of the job, when you get to come out here and give away money. This is the part that really makes my heart pour out. I told them this job don't pay anything else but to get to travel around a little bit and meet people and see people. But this is payback enough. When you can stand out here and give back to the young folks in this audience and this crowd, that is enough pay for me any day. I'll take it over anything. This time I'd like to bring out Maria Swigert, Destin Long, Hunter Dove, and Amarilla Nevins. If y'all would come out, please. Maria Swigert from the Batesville-Leesville FFA chapter will be receiving a $1,000 scholarship from the Young Farmers Association. Destin Long from the Newberry FFA will be receiving a $1,000 scholarship. Hunter Dove will be receiving from the Pendleton chapter, will be receiving a $500 scholarship, and Amarilla Nevins from the Clover FFA chapter will be receiving a $500 scholarship. Keith Scott said he didn't have no check for you, so see Tim Cowan. Tim Cowan's the man to talk to. He's got the checkbook in his pocket, I'm sure. They'll get it to you for sure, though. Y'all give these folks a round of applause. Tim Cowan, I need pictures of all these people. You know, for Facebook, we got to have them on there. We got to have them up and going. Thank you, folks. That being said, thank you so much for allowing me to come out today. I got to come last year because the president was unavailable to attend. I got to give some out, and I got to come back this year. And the only thing I can hope for now is that next year the president will be sick or something, and I can come back again. I love coming out here with y'all folks. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly and the South Carolina Young Farmer and Agribusiness Association. Attending the Young Farmer State Convention this year in Myrtle Beach was one of the highlights of me and my teammates' year. It showed us that there is a place for us in agriculture and agricultural education, even after these blue jackets. Thank you, Mr. Kelly and the Young Farmers.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man.